Yo, what's good, everybody? This is the New York City Nobodies back at you once again. You know something? We had a couple mishaps, with the episode this week, but you know something? We're back here. We're doing the remote thing. You know what I mean? All the way reporting from the Chelsea Tribeca studio. We got your boy Milky out here. What's good, Milky?
What's cracking? What's cracking? What's popping?
And next to him out here, you know what I mean? We already know the biggest, the best, slinging them eights, slinging them vapes. You got your boy Chop Cheese in the house. What's good, Queso? Talk to the people. That's it. And then you got over here, Willis Point's finest. You know something? The Mets want to say they Willis Point's finest, but nah, the man right here is Willis Point's finest. Ladies, he's single. Let's go. My man Cesar. What's good? Talk to the people, homie.
So the Mets are actually Flushing registered. We're Willits Point because we have our own neighborhood. So I'm actually
chill. Nah.
Park in its own little suite, the first suite ever. So
thank you.
We outside for another episode, boys.
Let's go, gentlemen, man. Let's really, give it up to the boys real quick, cause listen. So the people can see 5-zip. I mean, boys. This is a game that we felt very positive about going into. We knew that we were gonna get the 3 points over here, but before we get to the game, gentlemen, let's talk about vibes. What was good? What were the vibes on Saturday, gentlemen?
Bodega was on fire, baby.
Ooh. And also, because shouts to Combud, man, and shouts to NYCFC 420. We had the pregame cypher over here, like across the street from Combud, and then we were just out there, just smoking a couple of J's that they had provided us with. After that, Bodega, Bodega was the Bodega, guys.
The vibes all around were awesome. From start to finish, from Bodega to March to on the field. We're gonna get to all of it this episode, but it was all there. It was literally the ideal home opener.
Yes.
And we're gonna get also to the publicity we got, mainly good. And listen, man, not for nothing, we're kind of the talk of town, talk of the league, man.
Nah, we really are.
East.
That is true.
No, boys. We could be confident right now. There's a lot of reasons to be confident, boys. So let's just take it all in for what it is right now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Strikerless us. Look at us being the talk of the league, right?
Right, exactly.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the Bodega because I got there a little late. But that March, man, March
dude.
was something else. I gotta say, it was probably, if not one of the best marches.
No, it has to be. Yes.
I've been following this club.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we keep seeing how we talked about it, since we started the podcast, and the evolution of the marches. And we went from advocating and telling people, hey, we have to make it at every game thing, to be loud, to be impressive. And this is straight off the bat, first game of the season. And all the eyes are going to be on us because it's the first game of the season. And Lord, did it pay off. And, credit to every single soul, every single voice, every single person who contributed out of their heart. And, that's what makes us proud. At the end of the day, it was a perfect way to set the tone for the game.
To watch major outlets like Fox Soccer and so on and so forth just post about the march.
Ellie Lester was doing, he was posting about it.
Yeah, show them
U.S. men's national team, right?
Yeah, everybody, dude. And something. And I think the best part about it is just obviously, when you make, in our greater soccer family all over the country, right? Except New Jersey. It was kind of cool to just, have people texting me, yo, the NYCFC march was, even the homies from 3252 were like, yo, that was a pretty lit march I had over in the Bronx, man. I'm like, this is what we do in the BX, homie. Every match, bro. This is what we do. So it was very something to be proud of, man. Definitely. Shouts to the supporters.
And you're going in the right direction and you're doing the right thing when there's a bunch of misinformation going on.
Yes.
What's going, and some of it was just out of control, bro.
Did you see that political movement happening on River Avenue?
Yeah.
This is the Pascal movement, baby.
Paul Ice do all this. I was like,
Oh, shit. Yo, it's crazy because the only thing you had to do was walk up the block, bro.
Exactly.
Outside, just walk up the block and see what's going on, and you'll see everybody having a good time. How inclusive it was. How about the lady with a push cart Probably going back from food shopping, walking
You
through
know
the
my
streets, having a
favorite
good
part
time.
about the video was the two kids who pulled up on the moped and it looked like the cop bitched them out and he like
Yeah.
the march. He's like, yo, get the fuck out of here. And then
But boys, this is the craziest part about that. There's that one video that everyone's been watching, that everyone's been reposting, right? The fact that she was right in front of Billy's, taking that video, and literally, like you said, could have walked down the block, joined the party, maybe not had a ticket for the game. She, I bet if somebody had an extra ticket, she could have gone to the game. I think a lot of it is just ignorance, bro. It sucks because we
won't be upset
Bro,
about
about
it.
to host the World Cup and we got this.
I take this as a
Ask a
blessing.
question.
I take this as a blessing. Who would have ever
That's true, though.
thought
Yeah, it is a blessing.
uproar, and I think it's hilarious. And it, bro, it's just a meme, bro.
Who would have thought our club would be talking to on the podcast to Bert Kreischer?
Right?
That's the thing. Like, at the end of the day,
Allegedly, other people beating people up in the Bronx.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You know
Strong
what I'm saying?
allegedly.
Quote unquote alleged violence. But the fact is, the fact that it's being brought up to stars.
Yeah.
Stars that probably had no idea that, number one, NYC had a soccer club, that they play in Yankee Stadium, and that the atmosphere is as lit as it is.
Yeah.
aside from like
That's a win.
any kind of like basically misinformation or people not knowing what's going on, and like I keep commenting, if you didn't know, now you know. But at the end of the day, this all has to be under the realm of impressive, groundbreaking. And it's, of course, it's crazy that some people don't know what's going on. But again, MLS is growing, and I think people need that kind of reminder, especially in a big city like New York City. But of course, besides that, it's all for the greater cause of good. I mean, listen,
Yes.
we're getting
Absolutely.
the praise,
Absolutely.
we're getting publicity, and it's all because everybody's impressed.
And,
Yes.
and before we move on,
Yeah, man. This is the revolution of NYCFC trying to get the second star, baby. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I
man.
agree. And before we move on from the march, we've all been around for a long time. There were times where marches were maybe 40 people, maybe 50 people. And see the evolution, especially since we all been around a long time. I'm gonna give a big round of applause to the NYCFC fans. It's fucking beautiful.
Shouts to y'all. Shouts to y'all, man.
These major outlets and people are complaining. I love it. That means we're doing something right.
Beautiful.
And,
All
shout out
publicity
the
is good
march.
publicity, right?
Especially when you're a club like NYCFC, bro. I'm sure they're not complaining about them being talked about so much.
No, not at all.
So moving on to inside the stadium, there was obviously a match going on. We weren't just having a party for no reason.
Nah, definitely, man. It was a soccer party.
Mr.
Mickey Mouse
Lineups, you want to get started with how we lined up? For
Oh
that
no,
match?
definitely. I'm gonna hold it down for y'all once again. Definitely, man. So definitely, NYCFC. We had a game against Orlando City, aka Mickey Mouse FC. This is how we lined up. So in the goal between the stakes, we had your boy 4'9" Matt. Ooh, I love it, man. I love the crowd participation. Then we lined up in the back four from right to left. We had your boy from the Bronx, number 24, Tavon Gray. Then we had Thiago Martins, the captain. We had him in center back pairing with Kai Trowen. Also, we had Kevin O'Toole back in his spot on the left. That's where he starts, not necessarily where he finishes. We had a three-man defensive midfield. We had like a nice little, 2.5 pivot. Keaton Parks, Aiden O'Neal in the pivot. We had Maxi Morales going back and forth. And then our three up front, we had Hannes Wolf from left to right, Hannes Wolf, Nico Fernandez Mercado, and Trapito Ojeda. Guys, I mean, we always look like we're lining up in this 3-3 in this 4-3-3, right? And everybody just starts coming in. Kevin O'Toole just starts cutting into the middle of the midfield. Maxi Morales starts joining the front, the front two with Nico Fernandez. How did y'all gentlemen see this one? And what was y'all reaction when you saw this?
I mean, I wasn't, for example, starting off, the one thing that we noticed was Trewin instead of Raul Gustavo, which, again,
That was
it's not
crazy.
that Raul Gustavo didn't play well. It's maybe, just trying to play to the opponent and also trying Kai Trewin more of a center back spot, his like normal center back position more than he was playing more as a sub in the midfield. So, I was okay with that as well. It's always good to see Keaton Parks as well as that number 8. Of course, it depends if you want to do double pivot, two holding. But I always like when NYCFC, and it looks like it's the most effective when, we have a 6, which is going to be Aiden O'Neal. Number 8, who's box to box. Usually it's Perea. Now it's Parks in this situation. And, of course, the number 10, who else but the Golden Man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's a good combo. And then, of course, the wingers doing what they do.
Man, these wings have been like controlling these games, and when we have no idea where these goals are coming from, to see them exceed what we thought they were going to produce on the pitch, and literally, they're bringing us these wins. The wins.
no,
the
definitely.
deepest positions I think we have.
The guys like Nico Fernandez. I mean, so the game starts. It was a packed game, by the way.
Yeah.
25,000 shots to us.
Absolutely.
Quick. I don't remember what minute it was.
It was going to be
from the first start.
Within the first
And
20.
then we get a goal. Augustino Ojeda scored. Boom. Take that, Johan. We go.
No, but before the goal, what the red card?
got the red card.
Oh yeah, the red card.
red card. Yeah. So we had a red card given to Maxime Crepeau.
Sorry, Quebec's finest. He forgot that he was playing soccer, so I don't know.
Make sure you sign that check too for taking your time to get off the pitch. Wait for everybody.
Facts.
Yeah,
11 minutes. 11 minutes of extra time in the first half. Because
dude.
Get off the pitch, bro. Make sure your signature's clear, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Sign the back of the check, all right?
Definitely. So, I mean, not Montreal. Wow, excuse me. We were talking about Quebec. It is, right? He is from Montreal, but Orlando City, they found themselves playing with 10 men for most of the match, guys. I mean, and sometimes, in recent history, we've seen what we've played a man up. We don't necessarily take advantage of that fact. I think we kind of did on Saturday. We really spanked that ass on Saturday. 22nd minute, Agustin Ojeda just a banger, man. It was I heard somebody, a lot of people say that it reminded them of the goal that Tati Castellanos scored against Atlanta.
Right.
The bounce,
The bounce into the ground.
And I think to me the best part about that play was Maxi Morales' presence of mind. All he did was he just took a look into that space, scoop, he just makes a beautiful scoop cross, and Trapito's there to meet it, bounce it in, and 1-0 NYCFC, man. And once again, that home crowd was crazy.
I mean, it was a great way to set the tone, especially after the red card. And again, one thing that Pascal said after the game was to, come at them. Doesn't matter if they're down, just keep going at them. And one thing that, of course, to take notice, we've had 3 red cards in the first 3 games of the season, but this one came much earlier. 12th minute, I think it was. Right, yep. The other one, in LA came in the end of the 60th something minute.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in Philly, the game before, it was basically at almost full time. So this was a great way to just tell us, you know what, this is your game. And once we saw that, once we saw Crepeau trying to do some kind of football, when you receive the ball, you're going to go,
what the fuck moment.
Basically what he did. Being as dangerous as he always is. Gets knocked down, gets back up, and goes at people. And it was the right
I mean, shortly after that first Ojeda goal, NYCFC smells blood in the water. Maxi's on the wing, crosses it in. He comes soaring in, Nico Fernandez.
Ooh, oh, man. One of the shortest men on the field at that, right?
And the crowd goes fucking wild. Bro, we were feeling it. You could feel the energy. And what made me feel happy, just a little side note, is not just the energy in the supporter section. You looked around the stadium, everyone was hyped, and that was a dope fucking moment.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing to note in that second goal as well is Ojeda, the one that got the run, and then, of course, threw that, passed it to Maxi, and I just keep replaying that pass to Nico Fernandez, and then just the header. Doesn't matter how tall you are. It's all about technique.
Not really.
And then how you just got it right in the corner. Such a beautiful goal.
Ojeda's so important.
Yes.
With the way he creates plays. He creates plays on one side of the field and creates the opportunity on the other side of the field. And he's been doing that since the beginning of last season, even when we played Philly, if you guys don't remember. And he had that pass to Fernandez Macau, who almost killed him with that amazing Andre Blake. Is that who?
Yeah, Andre Blake.
Yeah.
Save. He just creates. He finds ways to create. His decision-making is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, definitely. I think a point that you had made in the original recording, Milky, is like, it's finally crazy how when you see a player becoming who he can really become, that's the best part right there. So I think, you hit that on the head exactly, bro. I mean, once we start seeing it, this is what we're starting to expect from Trapito. We're expecting these runs. We're expecting these plays, man, and it's amazing to watch, man.
And not only that, Nico Fernandez is going to be a dark horse MLS MVP candidate this year.
I believe that. I believe that.
And I mean, again, like, you know, we talk about that second goal, and then after that, it was just the intensity continued, and of course, we go into, I think it was, who was it, Nico Fernandez or Ojeda that drew the penalty for the
It was Ojeda.
Drew the penalty,
Again, what am I saying? Ojeda, they're all stuck in. And it's crazy because one guy who was much more silent, but it's because everybody was making noise, was Hannes Wolf. But it wasn't that he wasn't doing his job. It's just the other three were just
They were cooking.
That's the beauty. That's what you need from Hannes. You need him to do his job. You don't need to say that he's having a great game or he's having a bad game. You need him to be a cog in the machine and let him play his part. So then eventually when the team starts clicking and you look back, you can say he had a great game because we didn't have nothing bad to say about him. He had a great game. We have nothing to say to back. It's bad when we have to pinpoint a player's bad performance. But when there's no room for that, that's just the only thing we can ask for.
Yeah, definitely, man. And when you start looking at that, you know, the play that drew the penalty, right? That's like you said, Trapito once again up to his business, right? Gets a decent hard foul in the box. I mean, you know, for all intents and purposes, looked like a penalty, and then you saw Maxi Morales step up, gentlemen.
I told everyone, don't doubt the GOAT. Don't doubt the GOAT. I understand the pre-COVID worries about his penalty shooting, but ever since our championship run and going forward,
safe to say it's fair that we can have some PTSD when we see Maxi
Also,
go
the
on.
league
Just a bit.
I mean,
He hit it up on one though.
much good though, to be fair.
You know, but listen, when he was performing on the pitch the way he was performing with those assists, you give him that.
You have to give it to him.
And you say, here you go.
And for old time's sake,
Get on the sheet.
he put one in the back of the net one more time. And honestly, for him, man, hit us with we can talk about it all day, man. But just what he does is special, man. He truly is a special player, and it's an honor and a privilege to get to watch him on the pitch.
It's going to be a sad day when this man retires. I'll tell you what, guys.
Two things.
It's a reflection of our life, man. Think about the amount of time that's passed from when he's been there to now. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Two things before we move on to the second half. One thing, when we recorded originally, Jesse had a good point. He said, this is the GOAT. This is the captain of the team. And again, like Pascal even says, like, his influence on and off the field, he basically has like a co-manager on the field. So, again, we're talking about 2026. He scored in the home opener when we beat DC United 4-0 in 2017, which was his home debut. And we're talking about 9 years ago. And he does it again in 2026. Unbelievable.
Makes me emotional, bro. He's like,
hit the applause button one time. Hit the applause button.
You know what I'm saying?
He is Iron Man, bro.
Yeah, it's incredible how he's 38 years old, about to be 30.
He has records that truly will probably not be broken for a very long time.
Yeah, no, it's that kind of legacy, boy. So, you know, now we hop in, we go into the second half. I mean, you know, definitely, we see a couple of changes coming for Orlando City. Then we go into your boy, Big Bird. Big Bird is out here, number 55, out here. With the assist by who? Tavon Gray. Allerton is always in the boom. Listen, guys. At this point, Orlando was making it way too easy. There was nothing in that indicated to me that Orlando was interested in playing this game in the second half, guys.
There's some NYC footy teams that could have played better out there.
Oh my gosh, they look like a high school team out there, boys.
What is it, Jesse? Your league name again?
Man versus Fat, baby.
I'm gonna have to join that league next year.
Yo, I'm saying, son.
I'm gonna have to join.
Jump to 8 teams.
Definitely, man. It's like I really feel like a high school team was more competitive than Orlando City. That's how bad we were carving them up. I mean, listen. All I know is that once Tavon had the ball on that part of the wing, you just see him make eye contact with Keaton Parks. Keaton Parks is making that beautiful run. Classic Tavon touch. This is this beautiful touch that he always has. Keaton Parks is there, just slots it in, guys. I mean, the crowd goes wild once again.
And I mean, it was like Big Bird in that meme where he just shuts the door open. He announced it
Yeah.
that way. And then what did he do? What was it? 4 minutes later?
First
Oh, my
touch.
God.
Bad clearance, piss poor clearance from Orlando. Keaton Parks first touch it right in the back of the net.
Love it.
We go up 5-0. I
awareness.
mean,
I love the fact that we smelled blood in the water, and we was
Yes.
like, they were like, enough's enough. They're down. They're dead already. Stop it. And we're just like, no. I'm
You
going
Dang,
to
Sharkeisha.
Fighter just fucking nailing him. Yeah.
sent them packing.
And I mean, it was
fuck
with his
them.
left foot as well. That was
And they
crazy.
fired their coach. So,
Yo, they finally did it yesterday. No, today.
yeah, fired his ass.
Oscar
So.
Pareja is out of here, bro. I mean, it was bad enough, man. I mean, to me, it was just like, one of the more satisfying home opener wins that we've had in a while. You know what I mean? It wasn't, we looked great. Even though we were playing a less quality opponent, we looked like the dominant team out there. And, when you talk about the stats still, tell the story. But other than that, man, I mean, like I said, this win was just satisfying, boys. How did you guys feel after the win? Because I know a couple of us were kind of lit. You know what I mean? I ain't saying no names.
I mean, listen, we got to be lit after that kind of performance. I mean, before we put a bow on the
Last
game,
week I was on
a few
fire.
things to wrap it up was there was so much confidence going around. You had Big Bird playing as a number 9, and you saw him roaming around confident. He wanted that hat trick, and a remarkable story, a remarkable way how much we weren't sure it was going to be 100%.
Shout out to Keaton Parks, bro.
shout out to my son.
Now to you, baby.
And we
The fact
definitely,
that he had that performance at home, and then of course we almost had a 6. I think at that point we were kind of thinking, are we going to break the record of that 7th goal? Because we've only had 2 6-0 wins at home, in history.
Yeah.
So we're kind of looking for it. It is what it is if it didn't happen, but we almost had that 6th. I could recall the play that Aiden O'Neill had where he spun the turn, won the ball, went down the wing, and literally drilled it as an amazing cross, similar to Maxi, but more from the wing. So Tyus Magno, we all want Tyus to score, and it was a great finish, but sadly he was off. I lost my shit. Like, I was running down the aisle thinking we have 6-0. What a goal! Tyus scored. Aiden O'Neill, who I love, assisted, and unfortunately it didn't count. But listen, there was every reason to be lit after the game.
Nah, definitely.
Bro, we smoked Orlando 5-0.
But Justin, you were saying though?
nah, I'm saying, man, we got to give praise to Pascal, son.
Ooh.
Like, got to give
Pause
it up
button,
to
baby.
that, man, what he's been doing with this club since game 1. I guess we all came out of the preseason with questions, and like C said, 3 games in a row with red cards. The first 2 games, we're like, damn, where's the offense gonna come out? We get a win, we get a draw, but this game it was just dominant. The team responded to the changes that were made, and it shows that not only that they respect Pascal, but they're ready to go out there and leave it all on the pitch for him, man.
Definitely, man.
No team, whether it's 10 men, 9 men, and I can't wait to see when we play Miami. I'm just saying.
Think about it. Imagine we had Alonso.
Club. I want to see how Messi's gonna act when we're all up in that ass, and he don't know how to move. He don't know how to move around, and he can't get around the pitch, and he's not getting the calls that he wants, and he's getting aggravated, and the ref's not giving him the cards that he wants, and he gets out of character. Heel Messi. We don't know what's gonna come from Heel Messi now. I don't know if he's gonna join the NWO or whatever the case. It's a bad guy now, bro.
Heel turn Messi's kind of interesting though.
Heel Messi now he wants to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I just
man.
can't understand it.
I'm gonna smoke that fool.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
definitely.
mean, like,
To see the way this aggressive teams, I can't wait to see the alterations to the lineup that are going to be made. How we're going to address their lineup and how aggressive we're going to play. So I know we got a game on Saturday against Colorado.
Yep.
But man, I'm excited for that game against Miami.
Oh boy! So we do
that's what we
play
gotta
with
keep
Colorado. We just got to keep listening. It's not our fault who we play or what they do. As long as we get these results,
It's about
these
us.
results will come and help us when October and November comes around, and that's what's most important. So moving on, we do play the Colorado Rapids this Saturday at Yankee Stadium. They just coming off a 4-1 victory, I believe, against the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So they're riding a little high, but they're about to get brought back down to earth. So how you guys feeling about this match coming up on Saturday?
Nah, definitely, man. I mean, it's a reason to be confident if we put 5 against Orlando, and I mean, I'm not sleeping on Colorado one bit. You know, they are in really good form right now, and I'm not gonna underestimate my opponent. So, I will be confident. I will say that we're gonna play our game. If this was anything, if this past Saturday was any indicator of us going forward, I mean, literally and figuratively, we're gonna have a good time, bro. So I really feel like that Colorado's gonna play what they play. They're gonna flood the midfield once again. But I think we got an answer for all that. So definitely, I'm confident going into this Saturday's match.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's every bit to be confident. Just to piggyback on what Jesse was saying, we just got to continue Pascal ball, which is that bullet. I love that term, bulletproof mentality. On and off the ball. I started using it in my daily life. It's like intensity, hard work, and being prideful. Like, just go at it. And that's what we got to show to Messi. That's what we got to show to Miami. We got to show that definitely on Saturday against Colorado. If you guys want to say predictions already, I predict we're going to keep our goal scoring form, but I think maybe we'll allow one. Given maybe I would take it a little safe and say a 2-1, but it will be confident. I think we'll go up 2-0, and then, we'll do good defensively, but of course maybe allow one through the crack late, hopefully late. But again, I mean, we beat Orlando 5-0 3 times already in Yankee Stadium. And I mean, last time we played Colorado, we lost to them at home, but listen, I think revenge is always revenge, so we should get it done.
Felix, what you thinking? What's your
Well, no, I'm gonna say, based on their last 2 opponents, they beat they beat the Portland Timbers 2-0. They beat the Galaxy 4-1. You see what they're doing. I do feel that we're going to give one up, but at the end of the day, our offense is going to be our offense. Our guys are our guys, and our guys are going to play well. So, Maxi Morales, he's going to pick up a couple more assists, and I really feel confident in saying we're going to win this game 2-1 or maybe 3-1.
How you feeling, Jesse? What you think the score's going to be?
I think it's going to be a competitive game. Their form has been, obviously, they've been scoring goals. I have a lot of confidence in the way that this team is playing. I think it might be a tit-for-tat kind of game where we get one, they get one, we get one, they get one. I think we definitely win the match, but I think it's going to be like a 3-2 game. I think it's going to be exciting. We're going to go tit-for-tat, bang, 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 bang. In the 60th minute, we'll get that third. And that's it. We'll lock it down and see the win out.
Nah, definitely.
No way, Jose, bro. I don't know what y'all are smoking. We're
Zach's Pie. We'll be on sale at the bodega.
Where they staying home, they chilling, they enjoying this 80 degrees one day, snow the next day weather.
Yup.
And Pascal, he's not gonna give up, bro. He does not care what place NYCFC's in. He's not gonna let them get too ahead of themselves. We're gonna beat these fools 3-0, bro.
3-0. That's definitely.
Not getting one goal. That's
Absolutely not.
If we win 3-0, Jesus, the power rankings, we better be top 3 or top.
Yeah, no, seriously.
The fact that Miami has not
Keep
been
doubting us,
defeated, their
MLS.
team is crazy.
Keep doubting us, bro.
See, but you know what scares me about this? When is the MLS transfer window? When does it close?
Oh my God!
The 24th, yeah.
26th.
Yeah, 2
But yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, with the way we've been performing without a striker, is this going to give the club more leniency in not finding a striker?
I think the urgency still has to be there.
Priority.
Bro, Alonso Martinez coming back.
But still, I think there still has to be some urgency to field a competitive number 9. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have. It has to be that there has to be someone in that position eventually. We're not going to wait the entire season for Alonso Martinez. I think Tom Donovan, Mr. Donovan himself, he needs to really wake up and just say, we need a body there. We need somebody who's going to occupy that position until this guy comes back. I mean, my whole thing was, who's this guy? Christian Ramirez was available after the first week of the season. Why was he not signed? I think that it's urgent. It's a glaring hole. It didn't get exploited against Orlando, and I hope it doesn't get exploited against Colorado.
I mean, the thing to piggyback off of that is, again, like I keep saying, and like the front office has said, like many have said, and logically thinking about it, if at this point, like you said, we have maybe 2.5 months until we go off to that break in the World Cup. We're doing excellent, but we're a few injuries away from scrambling. And what I would say is that what it looks like they want to do, they want to put all their eggs in getting a DP striker, which I totally understand, and we should, or DP forward, striker forward like Silla, right? Something that I think fits his best. But I think, like Felix was saying, since we're doing so well, let's not spend all that money and get someone reliable. And then when you get that forward that you need, right? When we have time to actually get one better, we'll have better options in the summer. Don't scramble and wait for 2 weeks and try to get whoever DP signing. Just wait till the summer and for now get someone reliable. Because that will also just help our injuries. If we have injuries, forbid that we do, at least we have something there that can help us out.
They're not gonna do that, y'all. Come on, y'all
Well,
know
what do you
this.
mean they're not going to do that?
You know they're not gonna sign a striker. You know they're not gonna sign a competent striker. You know they're not gonna do it.
But what do you think they're going to do, Chop?
What do I think they're gonna do? The same thing they've been doing, bro. Ride it out till the summer transfer window. What's new? What's new, bro? Like Jack. Where's the confusion? What am I not understanding? This is nothing new. This is what they do every single year.
But I agree with that. I mean, I think they should do that over scrambling and trying
I'm not
to
saying what you guys are saying is wrong, but from the club's MO, this is just business as usual.
Yeah,
and I just feel like we've been winning games and we're putting up.
I guarantee
goals.
you, they would just tell you to argue with the results.
That's what I'm saying. That's my fear. I feel like if we weren't producing these results, they would have that as a priority. There'll be a more sense of an urgency there. What I'm afraid of is now that we're producing, right? Because this could let's be real here. This could only last for so long.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We could only produce these goals from the wings and have Keaton Park
We're gonna go
braces
undefeated,
and
bro.
all this for so long. You know what I mean? There has to be somebody there to fill in that role.
Yep.
And I'm just afraid that the club is going to use these wins as an excuse to be lenient and to be cavalier about signing a striker before the
I hope not, but it's a definite possibility at this point.
I mean, at the end of the day, my whole thing, and I think what makes sense because everything you said, Jesse, is true. Again, we need a striker. We can only hold on to this for so long, as good as it is. But everyone has to understand. You rather want to go for that big name in the summer. Well, not big name per se, but something that's much better because there's undoubtedly much better options in the summer there is now. Undoubtedly. Like, there's nothing else to it. Then just try to scramble in 2 weeks, get someone, so then everyone's like, oh, they finally did something. If you're going to do it well.
And that being said, boys, I think
that was a great
unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties. There's a whole episode that will be released one day of
the best.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm gonna make some clips out of it.
Yo, what's up, son?
You're going to have Felix speaking a certain different way in that episode.
And I'm going to give everybody a chance to sign off. So how we feeling?
Yo, Milky, love you guys. I'm out. See you guys Saturday. Say what up if you see me. Love you guys. Peace.
Yes, sir.
And thank you so much for the love that you guys have been giving me this weekend, or us in general, in different ways, either be at the game, whether it be at the BKFC game where I was at as well. But in general, we do this for everyone. Hope you guys enjoy. And listen, shout out the Ultras. Shout out Nessie's wedding tomorrow. The reason a lot of
Ooh, let's go. We outside tomorrow for that wedding.
We're all gonna be there. We'll all
Last
be
but
there.
not
Shout
least,
out.
Felix.
Definitely. I just want listen, guys. I just really want to shout out the supporters. Let's bring that same energy. We bought that energy on Saturday. Let's bring it once again on Saturday as well. So everybody just come out and do your thing.
So yeah, shout out to Nesty and Caitlin. Yeah, married. We're gonna do it tomorrow. And yeah, bro. This is the New York City Nobodies. I know this is a shorter episode than usual, but unfortunately we have some technical difficulties. And life be life in, and you guys will see
The major fuck up that occurred here at the New York City Nobodies.
Jesse, Cesar, Felix, Nico, Chop Cheese, whatever you want to call me. We are out. We will catch y'all next week. And we out. Holla. Holla.
Holler.
Good. Awesome.
Good shit, boys.